Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Superflat Survival World. I am the OP Leprechaun, and today we're going to pick up back where we left off. There's a phrase I seem to say a lot, and I should find a different phrase to use in place of it. Maybe, someday. But what's this, you say? Why are you wearing shiny diamond armor? Well, you might just have to watch the whole episode to find out where I got it from. Okay, let's go. All right, so either I put the beds just far enough away or I put them just far enough down because, as you can see, we've got 4 grown adults there, 2 babies in there, which makes 6, and I've only got 5 beds plus the 2 the adults claimed. So, one quick thing, now that we do have villagers and we do need to protect them, we need to get a lightning rod. That is going to be an absolute must. So we're gonna jaunt over real quick and be a little bit cheeky over here at this trial chamber. If I can remember how to jump a horse. I've never been very good at that. We're gonna pop over to this trial chamber because I can see some copper blocks. So I'm gonna go grab a couple real quick, and then we're gonna put up a lightning rod. Oh, good. Okay, there's a chest right there. Nothing in it. Come on. That's all right. I'm just going to grab a whole bunch of this copper that's right here. But we're not going to be too greedy. Okay, off we go. And I made the jump on the first try, too. All right. So first thing we're going to have to do is take the wax off of these, because you can't make ingots out of waxed copper blocks. But now we have a lot of ingots. All right, I have no idea how far above this I need to go. Okay, I just looked it up on the wiki and it doesn't really give a clear answer. So we're just going to go way up in the air. I'm not even going to pretend I have a good answer. I mean, that's a half a stack. That has to be good enough, right? Boonk. Hopefully that will see us done. Okay, so now our next mission, now that we've got this functioning, is to get this functioning. I have all the iron in the world to make rail and minecarts and things like that, but I don't have a whole lot of gold. Actually, I had more gold than I thought I did. Okay, well that makes it much easier then. I'll go get me some more emeralds, buy a couple of pieces of redstone off of our buddy over there. I didn't think I had found that much gold. I thought I was still shy. That kind of derails the whole statement I was about to make, how I didn't really have much gold, but I do have a couple of close by nether portals that probably have some, but I really don't need it. I have enough for what I need. All right, let's go trade with our friendly wheat trade villager. All right, let's break this guy out of his cage. And let's buy us enough redstone to maybe get him to his next level. Here we go. All right, and now I can sell him gold. I don't need to sell you gold. I need to buy gold. But that's okay, because I actually don't need to buy gold. Let us get a powered rail. I need a button. Bink. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and make some rails. I know I have a bunch over in the main base there, but I really don't need to run over there real quick when I can just pop a couple in. I'm iron rich these days, remember? All right. Oh, minecart, that helps too. All right, let's see if it was all worth it. And there we go. We can auto-distribute our new villagers to wherever they need to be. Life is good. What do I want to make first? I need ways to make emeralds. I need ways to improve my tools. I need ways to get better tools. Okay, well, back with a slight change of plans from the end of the last clip. I did not, in fact, go grab job blocks. I was going to, but then I found out that my iron farm was completely full in 4 of the chests, so I had to do some rearranging there and then get all of the dang poppies out of there, which prompted me to go ahead and do this. Yeah, yep. So we have an auto bone meal creator here. Just put all the poppies or the seeds or whatever from all of the farming I'm about to do. They go into the chop chest, hopper, composter, goes through the hopper, bone meal comes out the bottom. This is my little furnace array. Since I do have infinite lava, I decided to just go ahead and use lava buckets as my fuel source for smelting all of this cobble into stone, which also prompted me to build another stone generator over here, since I will obviously be spending quite a bit of time over here. Thus, it just made sense to have a duplicate set over here, and I don't actually have all of this set up over there yet, but I'm going to. So, you know, same stone generators over there, a little block of obsidian at the back so I can't break through it. That sign holds the water back and the lava back, blah, blah, blah. You've already seen me do it. I'm sure you don't have any questions. Now that I do actually have room in my inventory after all those poppies were in there, we will go get job blocks and bring them over and get guys started getting professions. And I think I did luck out and I gave it exactly enough room, because I actually have 7 adults and 2 babies down there for 5 beds. So I think I lucked out just enough with my either distance or the drop down, so I'm not actually being limited. Those guys right there are losing the beds when they get into this chamber here, and so more villagers are able to spawn, and I am not going to just get stuck doing 4 or 5 at a time when I need to get a large number of villagers. Okay, we are back with a whole bunch of job blocks and also some cobble that I am going to smelt into stone so that I have some stone to trade masons. I'm not exactly wealthy with options on trading at the moment, so I'm going to put down this fletching table right there. Hey, there you go, buddy. Except you don't have a stick trade. What is up with that, dude? There we go. All right, let's get a couple more guys up here. Yoink. I'm gonna get one more fletching table down, and then we'll do some serious stick trading here. All right, I'm gonna clear out my inventory. I'm gonna trade sticks for a while and see what we can get for emeralds. And an easy round of trading with a couple of guys. We have sticks all locked up, but we have a bow for 2 emeralds and a bow for 1 emerald. So we're going to go ahead and get that right away, because we've not had a bow this entire time. All right, so we're going to leave some sticks up in here. Leave some emeralds up in here. I'm going to put down another farmer and see if I can get another farmer trade in here. I think that's actually going to be more important than a librarian right this second. Carrot trade? Heck yeah, I can do a carrot trade. 2 trades, I almost got him all the way up to his main one. All right, armor smith first. Oh, that's a toolsmith. Okay. Okay. This is not one that I was going to go for, but I mean, I'm sorry. Feather falling 3 for 11. I mean, you pretty much have to on that one. I mean, when I saw it before for 64, I was like, you know, whatever. But feather falling 3 for 11 that's pretty hard to pass up. All right, back to rolling for silk touch mending and unbreaking 3. And there we go. There's our mending boy. Got my books back out. All right, that was a worthwhile little trade. And now we got 2 grown and 2 in the wings. All right, let's trade for some more emeralds. Really hoping that the Wandering Trader shows back sometime soon. I'm going to go do another run for wood to trade his sticks for our 2 Fletchers, and then I'm going to roll for Unbreaking 3 and Silk Touch. I mean, you could maybe say that I went overboard for episode 2, or you don't have to. You don't have to say that. Oh, right. So I got these guys all traded up to expert. I got power 1 and power 2 bows out of them. But honestly, they're just emerald generators. This guy, he's also not a pumpkin trade. I haven't got him up to see if he's a melon trade yet. These two gentlemen, however, got an efficiency 2 pick diamond axe and an efficiency 2 pickaxe. I could wish for more, but I'm okay with it. This one also has an efficiency 2 diamond axe, efficiency 2 diamond shovel, and an efficiency 1 unbreaking 2 or unbreaking 1. You know, but he's a lot cheaper. So the axe is the same price, but the shovel and the pickaxe are cheaper. So I'm actually going to grab one of each of these. So over here, I'm not grabbing it from these guys yet, because I have to decide what I'm going to do with these. But, you know, pretty standard. I mean, diamond gear. I will pick this up before I go to the nether. I don't actually have a whole bunch of need for them just being around here, you know. I'm not going to the nether today, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to stick here, and I'm going to finish up this project here that I've been working on, and then we're going to build a house. So I'm not going to the nether. So I did go a little bit farther than I wanted to with the librarians, but I didn't even get Unbreaking 3. I finally had to settle for Unbreaking 2 after I saw it for the 4th time. Thankfully, this was actually one of the cheaper versions of it. And also, to be fair, I was kind of hoping that spending all of this time around here, the Wandering Trader would show back up, but he hasn't. But I have run out of mature villagers at this point. I have to let a couple grow up before I can get the last couple of real librarian trades I'm worried about at the beginning. But I'd like to get some weaponsmiths as well. Those are the 2 smiths I'm missing. I think we're okay on clerics for right now. I can rock out a lot of redstone out of 3 clerics. I might get 1 more. The farmers, I'm gonna have to fiddle with farmers, because that's the other thing we're gonna be doing in this area, is setting up a large-scale farm in order to trade with farmers. Then we're gonna go from there. That's about the only thing I might need to go to the nether for, is some quartz and some soul sand. But I don't want to. We'll see. If I do go, I'll bring you guys with me. All right. We are all done with our negotiating and bargaining for the day. Take a look here. We got Silk Touch, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3 and Mending. That we still need a weaponsmith. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3 and Mending on the axe. And then we have the shovel with Silk Touch, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking and Mending. I can basically insta-mine all the grass now. It's awesome. And I had to expand the stone generator. I actually think I need to extend it 1 more, because I can just sit here and go like this. It deletes them as soon as they appear. So I think a 4th row would actually make this faster. But we can look down here, and I have almost a full chest worth of stone, and I didn't do even a 1/3 of the wear and tear on that pickaxe. So there is the foundation for my house, which is what we're going to do next. We got the villager breeder working really good now. I did take off for a little while to go get some XP back, but we are back breeding again. When I came back, there were no more babies, but these guys had all grown up. 3, 7, I don't know, I'll get about a dozen in there, and then I will probably close the trapdoors and close this off so they stop breeding. You know, I don't need to get more than a dozen or so at a time. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how big the trading hall ends up being. Definitely want to get a lot more of the smiths, but for starters, I need to get a toolsmith. No, not toolsmith, a weaponsmith. I need to get weaponsmiths so that I can get better swords, because I do have a looting 3 trade. I just am not going to put it on this guy yet. That's the only other thing I really need to do behind the scenes, is weaponsmiths right there, and then probably 3 more or so farmers. And then we can really get some emerald traffic going, and yeah, see how she goes. But for now, I want to get all of that stone brought over to the home base and figure out what style of house I want to go with. I'll tell you what, anybody who tries to say they started from zero and did a 100 days challenge in a super flat world and they got all that stuff done that they all claim they do in 100 game days, I call bullcrap. I am currently sitting at 174 days. I have not been AFKing. I still have only seen the Wandering Trader twice. I have been around these guys for 53 game days straight without leaving their sides, trying to attract a Wandering Trader. There's been a little bit of progress around here. There's a few more villagers. I still have one more probably librarian I want to get for the start, but I got all my bases covered, and I have crop farms all around the ring. A nice little variety of them. More wheat than anything else because I do want it for packed mud. But I have villagers that trade in carrots, sugar beets, and potatoes now, so I can bulk those guys up. The number one thing that I really need is to get a hold of some sugarcane so that I can progress these guys. No, I mean, these guys will take books, but like that guy needs paper, that guy needs paper, that guy needs books. I mean, so I suppose I could sit here and I probably should stop whining about it and just grind out some bookshelves and try to get some paper sales that way. But I tell you what, it is, we need to get some glass. Lanterns. I mean, lanterns are nice, don't get me wrong. Alright, is there paper hiding underneath those lanterns? Ah, there is glass. Alright, I have my first glass. Awesome. Now, I can make a mud machine, and I can make mud. Actually, I can't quite make mud yet, because I need to go to the nether, and I mean, I can do it the long way. That's for sure. I can do it the long way. However, there is one cool thing that I'm really excited about. This gentleman right here trades in dripstone blocks, so I have a stack of that from trading. This gentleman here trades in polished diorite and polished granite. Believe it or not, I wish I could get regular andesite, diorite, and granite without having to craft it, because I'm going to need a whole lot of nether quartz to do that. For now, we're going to set up a mud farm, which is basically just going to be me putting out blocks of dirt and then splashing bottles of water on it, because that's all I can do. I can't build an actual mud farm yet because I don't have quartz. But I do want to get some mud so I can make some packed mud, because I have an idea for a house and for building for these guys. In the meantime, as I said, I have shut the farm off for now. I don't need to stock up on I might grab a few more villagers because there's only 2 left after all those guys. But I have done a lot of farming, and I started a moat around the settlement, which is working actually really well. So we're going to get the moat around this half of the little compound here. And yeah, while we're here, we might as well hop over real quick this direction. And I actually have set up my first little XP farm. Alright, so now we do have some weaponsmiths up to master. This guy has a Smite 2 sword for 21. Nah, the axe is pretty much the same as what I get from the toolsmiths. But this gentleman here has a Sharpness 2, Knockback 1, Unbreaking 2 sword. So if I take and I buy 2 of those, and I have plenty of levels at the moment, and we go over here and we combine those 2, and then we throw Looting 3 and Mending on it, we now have a pretty okay-ish sword. So I got Sharpness 3, Knockback 2, Looting 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending on my sword. At some point, I will set this up in a much better, more functional manner, one that's not quite so time-heavy. But this is my first XP farm in this world. A pillager tower. They spawn like mad all day long, and then at night, it kind of dwindles off. We hop down our little tunnel here. This is how you can get in and out of here without having to worry about being attacked on the way in. And you can start to hear all the pillagers out there. So now, pop down this little hole here. And these guys will all line up right in front of this door. I mean, that's a fast and dirty 10, 11 levels now. And like I said, the only real problem with it is at night, because there are so many other mobs spawning around here, it doesn't really work all that well at night, but it works a little bit. If I were to sleep right now, it would actually reset everything to day, and then these guys would spawn again. Other than that, it's usually just a trickle or two throughout the night as the goes by. If I didn't want the sharpness on here so much, I would actually use the Grindstone to get rid of the knockback enchantment for this. But I really want the sharpness, and I don't want to roll a villager for it right now. So, we're just going to keep it. I do have a lot of Aminius bottles for when it comes time to doing a trial chambers. Well, look who just showed up. Let's see what he's got. But first, I gotta go get emeralds. Please tell me he has the rest of my dark oak. Maybe some sugarcane. That would be epic. That would be really, truly epic. Just don't trample my crops, dude. Ooh, but I have kelp. Heck yeah. But that's all he's got. I definitely don't need slime. I mean, I guess I'll get red sand too. Is that really all you've got, man? I waited that long for you, but that's okay. The kelp is helpful. It lets me make water columns way easier than I was initially planning on having to do it, so I guess he was worth the wait for that. I guess I'm back to unlocking these guys by buying books, and the guys that take paper trades are just gonna have to wait a little longer. No, back to the grind. Okay. So I'm off doing a little bit of villager raiding because I need a few more items, and I just thought everyone would be interested in seeing my new diamonds. And then on the way back, headed towards spawn, I came across 2 random minecarts with some actual pieces of coal, which I haven't seen yet. A golden apple. I mean, I don't really need beetroot seeds, but I'm going to take the minecart chest, so... This one, however, has 1 more diamond. Some glowberries. And a name tag. I can get down with all of those things. Well, as you can see, we have another wandering trader show up. Still no alternate wood types, but he did bring me some ice, some cactus, some black dye, just because I can't get squid here, so I bought all of them that he would sell. And, well, I mean, he did give me mangrove propagule, so I guess that technically is a new type of wood. It's just a type of wood that I absolutely hate. Let's let him get on his way, and then we will talk about the elephant in the room. All the stuff to my left that isn't flat. Well, let's just go in F4 mode. So, I got started on a project, and then I just apparently forgot to record. That's been a rough couple of days. I've had to get up every 2 hours to administer medications to a family member that just had surgery. So, my brain has not always been all with us. But this is one of my favorite new views of the villager area. I might have done just a little bit of terraforming. I haven't done a terraforming project on camera in quite some time. You know, it turned out pretty okay, I think. I mean, there's things that I would do differently now, since I have the room below. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt mined out of here. I would have moved my villager breeder down just a touch more, but you know, it is what it is. It's fine where it is. That one's still a slime chunk, so we're gonna get that covered up. We got some builds that are coming up on this. But, yeah, I kind of got, like I said, I got started on an idea and got really distracted and just decided to go with it. And, start making this flat world a little less flat. That right there is probably my favorite view of it until I get the builds that I want to do done for it. So, alright. Next, I think we're gonna do a couple of those builds. I love how I spent over 100 in-game days waiting for one of these guys to show up, and now all of a sudden, in the last, well, another 160 days, we've had 4. But this one has sugarcane and jungle saplings. Now I have jungle saplings, but the sugarcane is actually the super important one. I might just do it all the way around my moat here, because I think it has to be loaded by player, not loaded by spawn chunks. So let's just take care of that right away. Okay, so now we have our sugarcane growing. And yeah, we'll get a little progress update. So I did take some time and go over here. We'll just do it the quick pre-cam way. Since I don't have access to much terracotta and a couple other blocks, I decided that I'm going to build with these first few buildings, whatever you want to call them. We're going to have some mushroom blocks. So I've just built a little dark room down here, completely spawn-proof because it's on the bedrock. And it's got a low enough light level in here that I can still grow the mushrooms. So I have both red and brown, because the other wandering trader, like 2 traders ago, sold me the first ones. So I'm all bone mealed out right now, and I have as much as I'm gonna get. So this is actually going to, as we can see, the mushroom stem is actually one of the really, really big building blocks I need for both the trading hall and for actually my house that I'm going to build over on the spawn chunks. So I'm going to need to get a lot more bone meal, so we're probably going to be making a quick and dirty mob farm over there as well. But right here is actually going to be my dripstone farm. So this is going to be kind of a little open air pavilion thing. I got the bottom half slabs, because again, this is a slime chunk here. So we're going to build this up a couple more layers, so we can get like 3 or 4 growing down, and then we'll flood everything. We'll have the dripstone ceiling, and we'll flood it all up there. So that's going to be in the works for next episode, is going to be all the nether stuff, so that I can get some redstone farms going, because I really need to do that. I want to get the sugarcane farm built up the way it should be. I have plenty of hay to make target blocks out of. I just need to have, the ability to make pistons and observers and dispensers. That's one of the reasons I kind of hesitated on making my mob farm just yet, because I don't have dispensers, and the one I like to make is definitely a it's the waterfall one, where it pushes them off platforms with water. You don't have to wait for their AI to make them come down. But I think I'm going to end up making one like that for now, and then we'll just go from there. Hey, everybody. Editor Leprechaun from the future coming back once again from the future, because this episode ran way too long. So we're going to call it quits right there, but as an apology for dropping off the face of the planet last week, I'm actually going to have another episode of this come out this week. I have it all queued up. I'm in the middle of editing it, and it will come out. Again, apologies. Between some family medical stuff and the tornadoes that have come through the central part of Minnesota, last week we had some major power and internet outages, and I just simply wasn't able to upload. So, thanks for tuning back in. Hope you enjoyed. And I will have another episode coming out on Friday. I am the OP Leprechaun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Superflat Survival World. Okay, bye.